Yeah. So besides this, I want to just touch on two other things. The first thing is the exercise. Yeah, the exercise. So we have covered the four requisites. The four requisites. But you notice that the four requisites, in a way, are very limited, right? If you recall, why are we reflecting on the four requisites? It's started off with the reflection on gratitude. Yeah, reflection on gratitude. And the purpose of reflecting on the four requisites is that these are the fundamental things that, hello, Kaylin's daughter. Oh, warm up already, huh? So the four requisites are things that all of us use and need. Yeah. These are not luxury items. Of course, clothing can become a luxury, food can be a luxury. Yeah. But these form the minimum subsistence. So sometimes when we go for retreats, I actually share with students. I ask them, how do you all feel today? And usually this is shared at the end of the retreat. Yeah. How do you all feel today? Do you all feel okay? Do you all feel like um, uh, do you all feel calm? Do you feel peaceful? And most students will feel like, yeah, after the retreat, they feel very refreshed, they feel calm, they feel at ease, and so on. Then I ask them, what did you bring along for the retreat? And of course, it's just the set of clothing that they wear, right? Yeah. And then I ask them, did you bring your gold bar? Did you bring your stocks, your house along? Of course, now when we do via Zoom, you are in your house, right? But other than that, we don't bring everything we own along for the retreat, isn't it? But yet we are still okay. And in fact, in many cases, more okay than when we have all the things we own. Yeah. It doesn't mean we should go back and throw away everything we have. Yeah. Buddhism is not about just, just doing that. But about, and it doesn't mean that you cannot do that, okay? It just means the why is more important than the how. Why do you do that? Why do you not do that? And the why comes from how do we relate to the things we own? Do we think that having all that thing is the requisite for our happiness? Yeah. Having the house is the basis for my happiness. But if that's the case, then you should never feel unhappy at home. You know, when you buy that piece of blouse or dress or shirt, I'm pretty sure when you try it out, you feel quite good about yourself, right? Yeah. And of course, the salesperson helped, right? The salesperson, oh, wow, this looks good on you, huh? Wow. You know, of course, if you are buying just a $10 t-shirt, the person don't care. Like you ask, like, how? Can. If you're buying a $1,000 t-shirt, the person will be like, oh, wow, this really accentuate your fit, your body line, Oh, you got good shoulders. Oh, the person will flatter you all until the cow come back, right? And we buy into that. That's why we would pay. I don't know. I've never bought $1,000 t-shirt. I don't know how much t-shirts are also. I got free t-shirts at work last time. The point is, how do we relate to all that? The truth is, the four requisites. Why are they called the four requisites? Because whether you like it or not, that's really pretty much all that you need. Yeah. So when we reflect on gratitude, we can start off with this, yeah, because this is what keeps us alive and maintain our modesty and so on. But beyond that, we have a lot more beyond that, right? So you can spend the day reflecting on other things that you have. Yeah. And you can start off with material things, material things. Like ask yourself, I mean, I know some people pantang and say, "Oh, you Sifu, you curse me." No, not cursing you. Like imagine it is you who woke up in the morning and when you spit, there's blood. Okay, what is the emergency execution plan you have? Are you ready to go? Yeah, I was quite ready to say, okay, if positive, then what must I do? Da, da, da. I have an emergency mode. Yeah, when things like that happen, I like to think that I usually don't go into panic mode. I go into emergency mode, and I'm super clear in my mind what I need to do. Da, 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 da. Yeah, because we don't know, isn't it? Yeah, at least for COVID-19, there's a swab test. At least for COVID-19, there is a swab test. For cancer, there's the oncological test. For other, is there a test for anger? You do a test. Oh, today going to get angry. Yeah. Is there such a test? How about accident? Is there an accident test? Say test. Then, oh, today you must be careful. Maybe that's why people believe in those fortune teller, 通书. Oh, 今天凶. Yeah, because we are so desperate for a test for how the day is going to be, that if someone come out with a book, we're going to believe it. Yeah. I'm not suggesting you can believe it in any of the book. I have no issue with any of the book. I just don't have a belief in any of them. Yeah. Rather, I think it's more important to be prepared. Not to be lulled into the false sense of security. Why do we get lulled into a false sense of security? This links to the next point, the last point I want to touch on, which is we do our puja and sitting every day, right? Yeah, most of you, are able to join us on a regular basis. And as we are reciting, the good thing about Zoom is that I see everybody more or less equally big. In a Dhamma hall, those who are nearest, I see clearly. Those who are further, I don't really see. And sometimes there's occlusion, right? Some people are blocked. So as a result, one look, I can see majority of y'all when you're doing your puja, wow, I feel very, very energized and heartened. It's like 这些学生真是不错. Yeah. And of course, you all will be like wondering what Sifu is talking about because you all were paying attention. That's why you are not aware of this. Yeah. But as Sifu, I have to monitor you all. I can see majority of y'all when you are doing your puja, even though you do it every day, but wow, the kind of devotion, the kind of really focus, that's wonderful. Yeah, including when we are reciting, yeah, Panchasila, the 5 precepts. Repeat after me. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. And then the 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 volunteer reciter for that day will recite, and the rest will. Some of you with the eyes closed, some of you really focus. Yeah. But inevitably, we will encounter the Lao Lang syndrome. Not Lao Lang, not Choi Kwan, not my mother. I should say, I was going to say the Ama syndrome, but then I realized that's a bit sexist. So I realized say Akong, but also sexist. So that's why I say Lao Lang. Then Lao Lang, I realized is against old people. What I mean to say is, it's very easy to become jaded after a while. Because you do it day in, day out, then after a while, 有口无心. Yeah. In the Chinese tradition, there's this teaching that says, 学佛一年，佛在心中；学佛不懂是5年，佛在眼前。 学佛10年，佛在天边。Yeah, so when you first learn Dhamma, the Buddha is in your heart. After, don't know, 5 years, the Buddha is in front of you. After 10 years, it's far, far away. This is the false sense of security. Even for Dhamma practice, we get into when we get lulled into a false sense security. We become jaded. We become used to it. So I see most of you, wow, that's how you fidgeting, 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 fidgeting. This is not criticizing you. That's why I don't point out a name. This is not criticizing you. Okay. Uh, I observed for a period of time, and I've been thinking, how should I say it? Should I tell some of you all privately? But privately, you all may take it very personally. Yeah. So I'm thinking, what's the best way to present this? So you all must know, first of all, this is not about picking on you all. Okay. Okay. Say yes. Okay. Number two, even if you think it's picking on you doesn't benefit Sifu in any way. Yeah, you must always understand this. If there's anything you need to have faith in is that Sifu is not crazy. Because if Sifu pick on you and think that Sifu has benefit, then Sifu must be crazy, right? Yeah. No benefit, ma. So why does Sifu bring this up? Because this is my duty. I'm the convening venerable ma. So this my duty. So Sifu must say. It's just like if you're in school, if you go to school, if your children go to school, and there are some kids who is like not paying the attention, sleeping on the table, and the teacher just turn a blind eye. This student sleep, turn there. That student sleep, turn there. Is this a good teacher? Not a good teacher. The teacher's responsibility is to ensure that everybody is in a state ready to learn. So I observed this. So just to highlight, Okay, gentle reminder. Gentle reminder. Why must I remind this? Because if you're to do it in a very focused way, you reap benefits. If you don't, I don't say that you are reaping zero benefit. Yeah, but you may actually plant the seeds for negative benefit. Yeah, it's not beneficial for us. Oh, so must check yourself. Because if not, it becomes a norm. Yeah, when it becomes a norm, then it's a habit already. When it's a habit, it's harder to break that cycle. If you go to temple, it's very easy to see. Yeah, not all but a lot of the Lao Pusa, wow, the monk come in, the Gong Shu, the group cultivation. The Chinese group cultivation usually is just chanting. So then the monk will come in, then dong, 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 dong. Sometimes for some centers you just strike a bell, dong, dong, dong. Then you see all the Akong Ama in front. Then they are very, before that it's very noisy. Then dong, dong, dong. Then they start to, then they put on their black color robe, Then some of them even wear the money. Then after that, when they are doing the chanting, I tell you, most of them chant even better than me. Some of the verses I need to refer to the puja text, especially for Chinese chanting. For them, no need. Yeah, but they still hold because pass around. But some of them, you pass them out, they look at you. Like you insulting me. You know how long I've been here? No? Can you see the footprint, my shadow on the floor already? But granted, some of them who are very senior, who are very used to it, They are still, their mindset is like the first day, still so focused, so sincere, so pious, so devoted, full of faith and full of, mindfulness. Yeah. But some number of them, because familiarity breeds what? Breeds contempt. uh, become jaded. Yeah. Then it's very easy to Namo Hanai Dana Dona Yaye Namo Liye Polo Jide Suhunai Pudi Sara Poe Mo Sara Poe Mo Jelo Nijayan Sampone Hoe Suana Sianamo Sibili Doi Mo Liye Polo Jide Suhunai. Very easy. Must catch yourself. Okay? Can? So this is spiritual practices. If you translate this back to the first thing, the second thing that I talked about just now, our daily life. Because every day we wake up from our sleep from last night, we think that waking up is the norm, is must happen. We take this for granted. So we forget that breathing is not the norm actually. Breathing is something that happens due to conditions. Even just breathing. So throughout the whole day, reflect on the conditions for our very life. Realize that this this is happening on a day-to-day basis. Don't take it for granted. When we reflect on conditional arising existence and emptiness, 缘起有自性空, yeah. Some people think that, oh, when we learn too much Dhamma, then becomes aloof, then becomes unfeeling, yeah, then becomes a bit. No, actually, if we truly appreciate the teachings, we appreciate every single person we encounter. We appreciate the things that we actually come into contact with. Yeah. Oh. And if we do it right, we have that appreciation with lesser attachment. I don't say immediately no attachment, but lesser attachment. Our attachment is based on our wrong thinking. Yeah. Oh. So I hope this I share the first part about me going for the COVID, the swab test, in part because I want to clear the air. I will be making an announcement in the group chat later. But in part also for everybody to, take it as a learning point. Don't have to wait until you have blood in your snot, then you, oh, I must. Correct? Huh? So in this way, we can spend the day, the weekend, in a way that is filled with gratitude towards all the conditions that we have been fortunate and blessed to have encountered. Very happy to see everybody, coming together to practice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.